Alright boys, we got a pretty special video coming in today. So today I want to cover this game, PS1 game, called LSD Dream Emulator. It's a very obscure game, released around 1998, I believe it was. And I did do a little bit of research on this, and by research I really just mean like glancing at the Wikipedia page, but nonetheless I still came across some pretty interesting factoids here for us. So this game only saw a release in Japan, so this is not accessible in the United States, or I should really say it was never sold here in the United States. And to give kind of a basic overview, this game is very, very rare to find a physical copy of. Not just in the US, really anywhere. And I did some digging around online, and from what I could see, a physical copy of this game is going to run you at least $1,000. So that kind of gives you an idea of what kind of rarity we're talking about here. As for how did I get a hold of this? Well, legal methods. Anyway, some more facts for you here. The game's creator, Osamu Sato, actually wanted to use the PS1 as a medium for his art, and not necessarily, he didn't necessarily want to use the game console to create an actual game, a game that has real objectives in the traditional sense. So I find that idea pretty interesting. And he no doubt succeeded. I mean, the game wasn't very commercially successful. However, it has gained a pretty close cult following on the internet. And some other things real quick about this game. The main thing, really, the game has no real goal, purpose. Once we get into the game, you'll see what I'm talking about. You don't really do much of anything. But I mean, it's still a good experience in its own right. It's just very experimental. So, but it is structured in a very basic way. We're going to see a little something called the dream graph, or the dream chart, where it kind of tracks your movements in the different environments you can see in this game. So without any further ado, we're just going to start from the top and get some gameplay going. You guys will see what I'm talking about. Alright, here we are, we're spawned in. Now, I did do a few trial runs of this game just to see what it was really about. And I'm not sure if you always spawn in here or sometimes you spawn in different areas, but every time I've played this, you spawn in this little building. So, as you'll start to notice, the reality of this game is just that it's a walking simulator. I mean, that's what you would call it today, to be honest. Because you can't see your own character, you can't do anything. You can't, jump or attack, or there's nothing, you just walk, essentially. So we're gonna walk around here a little bit. As you can see, this is very much a PS1 game with, the pixelated 3D graphics and everything. So the interesting thing about this game is that in order to get to another area, you just need to touch another object. So you could just run into a wall or whatever's in front of you, and as you can see, it's going to teleport us. Alright, so now we're in a field that looks like Do some exploring. Oh, this is actually a pit. I think this goes down. I'm not going to attempt to go down there quite yet. See something in the distance right there. There's a big archway and doorway. It's like a big ancient Egyptian thing. See what's going on in here. Moving a little faster. Alright, looks like we got a guy standing in the middle of some kind of ring. Was this like a wrestling ring or something? Not quite sure, to be honest with you. He's just... oh. Is there two of him now? I don't know if you guys can see that. It kind of looks... I don't know. Let me look at it from a different angle. I'm gonna try to get closer to him. It appears as if there's two of them, but it's... oh, I accidentally bumped into something. Well, that's okay. That's kind of how this game goes. It's just kind of mishmash, teleporting, and different environment. Alright, where are we now? Okay, this is a very different type of area. Got a weird checkerboard floor. Got some very basic polygon structures here. It's like a chair with a moon floating over it, one with a star floating over it. Okay. Whoa, look at this out here. I kind of like the look of this. Oh, wow. Oh. Looks like these little polygon guys are giving me a warm welcome. Alright, so this is what I was referring to earlier with the dream chart, and it kind of tracks your movement. So that little flashing square, that's kind of the dream we had, so to speak. And you see now we're on day 2. So that was one dream experience, one day. And, you know, every day's a new experience. That's kind of the main thrust of this game. Are we in a cutscene here, or is this... okay, back to that. And as you can see, there's little labels on the side. You got upper and a downer, and a static and dynamic. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what they mean by that, and what, you know, dreams qualify as more static, more dynamic, more upper, more downer. That's not really clear to me, but interesting nonetheless. I can't read that. Was that alright? That was the whole thing, I guess. As you can see, now we moved on to the next. You see what I mean? It's just like a random mishmash of whatever. Like, you really never know what you're going to encounter. I've never seen that before. Just like a wall of text. And that's the dream. Alright, day 3. Let's see what we got here. Back in the house. As far as I know, this house area doesn't really change. I've never seen anything special in here. As far as I know, it always looks the same. There's a little dragon thing right there. Whoa! Alright, well I just got proven wrong, because I don't think I've ever seen that. And now we're in green. So we're in Shrek Swamp, I guess. Oh look, no wait, it's the other area, it's the first area we went to. 'Cause I see the same archway right there. Alright, well, if that's the case, why don't we try going down this pit? What was it? Whoa! There's an elephant right there. It just spontaneously appeared. And that was the whole dream. Now, usually when I play this game, the dreams are a lot longer. They can go on for quite some time, but it seems this time around, it's given us some very short experiences. Alright, looks like we're kind of in a nighttime setting. Little statue here. What is that on the roof? Or it's not on the roof, it's floating. Whoa! Okay, I don't know what that is, but we got some friendly faces here. Is there more of them? Oh. Let's go see where they're headed. I don't know what that signpost says. And, okay. As far as I can tell, they just vanished through the wall. That's a little ominous, honestly, but, that's okay. Maybe this is the nightmare sequence. I've heard there are some pretty creepy things that can happen in this game, so... I know we got some creepy music going here. Going on right here. Not sure what this is. Little fence post with rope around them. Something hanging from it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe a garden of some type. Whoa. I see a big face in the distance there. Got some PS1 cherry blossom trees right here. Oh wow. That is mildly creepy, the way he's just standing there in the blue void staring at me. And you know, as I stated before, we're not really doing much of anything. I mean, the real point of this game is really just to explore and, you know, find new things. And to be honest, for a PS1 game, I find it pretty unique that you could play this game so many times and never have the same experience twice. I mean, I played this game a couple times to test it out for the video, and I haven't quite experienced anything like what we're seeing now. So even for me, this is a new thing. I wonder just how much is in this game, really, like how big it is. File size wasn't quite that big, so I'm not sure, but so it kind of looks like we're heading towards a village area. Gonna keep walking around till we see something. And if I get tired of this, I'll just run into a wall and get teleported. Oh, I just heard something. Whoa, who's that? Is that a person? That's something. It appeared to be slightly levitating off the ground and hovering toward me. Whoa, that indeed seems to be a humanoid figure. Barreling right towards me with no face. Well, why don't we see what happens if she runs into us? Some very high heels there. Oh, here we go. Oh, she's still here. But now we're in a different area. Okay. Looks like we got a couple of pathways here. Not a whole lot going on in here, it seems. Got some nice artwork up there by the ceiling. And now we're in a long tunnel. Right on. Let's see where this goes. One thing I'm noticing is that the soundtrack is changing quite frequently, and it's all very like ambient, distorted, experimental sounding music. What is that? Is that... Oh. Oh, it's a peacock. Interesting. I'm gonna head past him here. Oh, he's still looking at me. Let's head towards this main building. See what we can find. Looks like we got some water pools here. Kind of looks similar to the other area we were in. Or actually, it might be the same one, because I recognize that building on the side. Alright, let's teleport out of here, see what else we can find. Whoa. Alright, this is a little bit creepy. Everything is dark, except for street lights. And some very ominous music. And I hear something splashing in the water, but I don't really see anything. Oh, we're getting teleported. Is that the end of the dream? Yep, it was. So it looks like we were dead on the center there in terms of the graph. Alright, back in the house. I wonder if we're going to encounter that flying demon again. No, he's not here this time. Let's try going out the door. Whoa, got a red sun shining in the sky very vibrantly. Got a big old umbrella here. What is that there in the distance? It's making some kind of noise. Is it like a horse and buggy or something? Okay. Wonder if you can give me a ride. Okay, now we're in the Windows XP default wallpaper, it looks like. Still got the red sun. What's going on up here? Sinking ship? It's sinking in like a pond. It's not even really like... Wow. Not a very big body of water for a ship like that to sink in. Some very trippy music going on. Can we cross the water here? Might as well try. Okay, we can. So we got a big stream of water now. Maybe we can follow that for a little bit, see where it takes us. I do see some objects in the water, maybe that's a couple of rocks. Looks like a cliff. Can we go off the cliff? Yes, we can. And that was that. Looks Looks like we're hovering around the center area of the graph. So we got a pretty balanced dream experience. And let's do one more day just for good measure. See what we come across, and then we'll call it there. I really just wanted to showcase a little bit of gameplay, give everybody an idea of what's in store on this game. If you could really even call it gameplay. I know we've been here before. I recognize the ceiling patterns and everything. And you know, you do repeat locations sometimes in this game. But even so, there are things about that certain environment that can change subtly, or maybe they don't change too much. You never really know. I don't know how exactly they programmed this game to be, or like how random they wanted it to be. But you know, if the stated goal was to make a very trippy, you know, experience, I think they certainly succeeded. Now we're back in this tunnel. I think last time this led us out into like a really crazy psychedelic thing, so perhaps we will see that again. Nope, the peacock is back. Maybe this is supposed to be representative of like a recurring dream, where you kind of go towards the same, experience the same things. What is that in the distance? It's like slowly moving across the horizon. I can't even make out what that would be, really. Maybe we could find a way over there. Okay, I don't really see him anymore. I don't know what that was. Almost looked like a big fucking Yeti or something. Like a Bigfoot type thing. Just creeping along there in the horizon. Oh, we got something here. Got a big skyscraper looking thing. Almost looks like that building in Seattle. We'll try interacting with that, see where that takes us. So now we got a desert area. Got some camels and some travelers in the distance. Maybe we can go towards them. Okay, I'm moving forward, but it doesn't seem like we're getting any closer. It kind of just looks like they're hovering in the air. Okay, now it just seems like they're just straight up getting further away somehow. Oh. Okay, now they're just gone completely. Interesting. Oh. Touch the wall. See where that takes us. Alright, so that was another dream experience. So as you can see, it's, you know, obviously a very experimental game. Really all you're doing is walking through, you know, seeing the many different sites, interacting with the environment, and, you know, things like that. Not a whole lot to, interact with outside of just touching walls and teleporting to new areas, but I mean that's kind of the purpose. The purpose is there is no purpose, if that makes sense. So for what it's worth, I really enjoy this game. I think it's great to have it in the lineup of gaming history. You know, something this experimental and absurd and ridiculous and over the top and just kind of nonsensical. I think it has its place, and you know, I think it's a really interesting concept. I gotta say, I'm not that surprised it didn't do well commercially, because when most people think of a video game, they think of, like, you know, I'm gonna play a fighter game, I'm gonna play a racer, I'm gonna play a shooter, I'm gonna play action adventure, or any number of genres. You don't typically think of a dream emulator, especially not one that's named after a psychedelic drug. So, yeah, I think it's been a pretty interesting showcase, and we'll call it here.